huling pagkikita ni Claudine Barreto at Rico Yan, meron silang binitiwang pangako sa isa't isa. Naghintay si Claudine, hindi na bumalik si Rico. Ito ang kwento ng kanilang pag-iibigan. 1996 nang unang magkatambal sina Claudine Barreto at Rico Yan sa Radio Romance the Movie. Sweet sila sa pelikula, pero sa labas, may kanya-kanyang relasyon sila, kaya't halos di nila pansin ang isa't isa.
Ikaw ang lalaki! You're supposed to...
He is very formal. Parang very uptight. That's how I thought. Rico. Then I found out na hindi, kalog pala siya. Ang cute-cute mga
Sa teleseryeng Mula sa Puso, muling pinagtagpo ang kanilang mga landas. Sa kabila ng kanilang love team, sa likod ng kamera, lagi silang nag-aaway, nagkukulitan.
Eh paano? Hindi alam ng tao ng ginagawa namin Mula sa Puso, magkaaway yan. Ay, nako.
Sabi nga ni grabe.
Oo.
Pero wala pa silang relationship.
Wala. Boyfriend pa niya si Mark. Ngayon naiintindihan ko, bakit lagi ang init ng ulong sa babaeng to? May gusto siya.
We were so close because we'd fight all the time.
Wala pa kayong relationship noon.
Wala.
Away kayo na away. Ano yung nag-aawayan mo?
Wala lang. We just couldn't get along.
Like what? Like,
you know, we were trying to pinpoint kung ano yung pinag-aawayan.
hindi nyo maalala?
Ay, wala. Tapos basta we'd all, I'd say, siguro,
flirting na yun.
Siguro may crush ka sa akin kaya mo ka inaaway. Baka ikaw, ganyan. Pero seryoso yung away, pareho kami pikon.
Hindi na napigil ng dalawa ang kanilang mga damdamin. Isang araw, naging magnobyo na sila. Mainit itong tinanggap ng kanilang mga tagahanga. At mula nooy, naging isa sila sa pinakamainit na love team sa harap at likod ng camera.
But you have a relationship with Claudine.
Yes.
What do you like about her?
The nice thing about Claudine is that there are siguro a million small things that you can like about her. You can't just say na she's nice. No, she's nice when she's like this, or she's nice when she's like that. Well, for one, she's very thoughtful. Another is that she's, well, she can handle my quirks.
I learned a million things from Rico. I can't say na ito yung pinaka-importante na natutunan ko, but sobrang dami eh. I just don't know where to start.
Like, did he give you more confidence in yourself, in a way?
You know, kasi when Rico and I got together, I came from a very bad relationship. And he made me feel special. And he'd always say, you know, you're such a special and wonderful person. He'd always say that.
Naging makulay ang buhay pag-ibig ng dalawa. Malalim ang kanilang pagtitinginan.
I'd do anything and everything for Rico, no matter how hard sometimes, you know, it would be. And ganun rin siya sa akin.
Napag-usapan na rin nila ang pagpapakasal. Wala pang konkretong plano, pero napag-usapan din nila ang pagpapamilya.
Did you have plans to finally settle down?
2003.
Next year.
Supposedly, it was a joke. It was, yeah, obviously it was not gonna be true. But, the first year pa lang, we were joking, basta 2003. But then we never talked about it again. Parang habang palapit ng palapit, pareho kami natatakot.
Sa loob ng 4 na taong pagmamahalan, di na iwasan ang pagtatampuhan.
We just always thank God na nakayanan namin. In 4 years, kahit sobrang hirap, kahit roller coaster.
Ako naniniwala ako kahit na split sila, nararamdaman ko yung love kasi 4 na taon eh. Pwede kang mandaya ng 1 linggo, 3 linggo, 5 buwan, pero hindi ka pwede mandaya ng 4 na taon.
Nitong mga huling araw, naging seryoso ang tema ng pagsubok sa kanilang relasyon. Bago umalis si Rico patungong Palawan, nagkasundo silang maghiwalay muna at mag-isip.
You know, parang since, you know, we were really very serious sa relationship namin, it's better that, you know, you have fun, you go out, to make sure na ako nga talaga.
Matapos maipalabas ang kanilang huling pelikula, ang Got to Believe, nag-umpisang maglabasan ang mga balitang hiwalay na sina Rico at Claudine.
Akala ko na magiging mag-asawa eh. Nakita ko na eh. Nakita ko na ang kakulangan ng isa, mapupunan ng isa.
Sa huling paalam ni Rico kay Claudine para sa isang bakasyon, sinabi niya kay Claudine na sa kanyang pagbabalik, muling mailalagay na ang lahat sa tamang lugar.
We got to settle everything. It had to be settled. And he just said after a week, well, we won't have to talk anymore. We'll know already what's gonna be good for us. At first, I was medyo mad again. I was saying, he didn't na naman keep a promise. But then, you know, maybe he's better off where he is right now.
Marami siyang mga mahal sa buhay na naiwan, mga kaibigang naging kasama sa mga oras ng lungkot at saya. At kasama na dito ang babaeng kanyang minahal at pinangakuang babalikan.
So unfair. I was like that at first. But I never blamed God. Why did you do this to me? I never said that. I just, till now, cannot believe na andyan na nga sa heart ko si Rico para I can't believe.
What's the best thing he did for you? Kaya, one of, if you can cite.
Loving me.
And he loved you unconditionally also. I mean, we all have our weaknesses, diba?
I mean, that's the best thing he ever did to me.
Rico, what do you want to thank Claudine for?
To Claudine, I want to thank her for being that strong woman who would always back up a man. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't be where I am right now, because siya yung pader na sinasandalan ko.
Malakas ang dating ng cute na si Rico Yan nang una siyang masilayan sa isang TV commercial noong 1995.
I was eating in Lasal, one of the fast foods in Lasal. A talent scout came over, asked me if I wanted to become a commercial model.
So what was your initial reaction?
So yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Bakit?
Hindi, because I was pumipila ako and then she just comes over and asks
So
me.
parang,
So kala ko, she's
Bola
gina-good time ako
Ah.
nito. So when he was a kid, meron siyang sakit na yung meningitis. He almost died. Wala pa siya yatang 1-year-old noon. So, ano yun sa ulo eh. So, habang lumalaki siya, iniingatan ng parents ko yung ulo na hindi maumpog, mga ganyan. Pero, yung problema, masyadong malikot si Rico eh. Masyado siyang malikot na nahuhulog siya ng palikod. So pag tumatama ka sa ulo, kailangan namin ila siya sa hospital. So it was always a concern, special care. Favorite yan. Kasi nga nung bata, muntik ng namatay si Rico. So, special care ng parents ko. So sa amin, okay lang. Hindi kami inggit or whatever. Alam namin, naintindihan naman namin yan eh.
Siya ang pinakapaboritong apo at tinatanaw naman niya ang kanyang lolo bilang may malaking impluwensya sa buhay niya.
Isa siya sa mga paborito ko po. Sabay kami kumakain, sisimba. Ako at saka yung asawa ko. Of course, in a certain way, had a hand in upbringing him. At nakikita rin naman niya sa pamamagitan ng example.
Growing up, I think the person with the strongest influence in my life is my grandfather. Yeah.
ambassador man yan.
Yeah, he was, when we were growing up, he was like, Rico, that's bad, don't do that. Yeah, he's always like that. He's always very straightforward. He'd tell you if you're wrong, and there are no gray areas.
Habang nag-aaral sa kolehiyo, napasok sa pag-aartista, kaya't di naging madali para sa kanya na pagsabayin ang napaka-hectic na schedule. Pero pinanindigan niya ang pangako na makatapos ng kanyang pag-aaral.
When he was starting show business, he was still in school. He was in his last year. So it was kind of difficult for him because of the schedule. Now, we all pushed him to finish because showbiz won't be there forever. You have to have your backup.
Sa loob ng show business na samot-sari ang mga tukso at bisyo, napanatili ni Rico ang isang wholesome na image at tinanghal siya bilang isang role model ng kabataan. Patunay dito ang pagkapili sa kanya bilang official DEC spokesperson and role model for students and youth. Sa mga huling araw ng buhay ni Rico, paulit-ulit niyang pinag-iisipan kung ano ba talaga ang kanyang misyon sa buhay. At sa tulong ng kanyang spiritual advisor na si Father Kaluwag, unti-unti niya itong nabubuo sa kanyang puso at isipan.
Yung mga last 2-3 weeks ng kanyang buhay, unti-unting pumapasok yun. Yung malalim na pagtanggap niya sa katotohanan ng sarili niya na
ano yun?
Na yung katotohanan is, meron siyang mga nakaraan na parang naging sugat, naging parang insecurity niya or fears. Pero ang nangibabaw na towards the end was merong napakahalagang tawag sa kanya ng Diyos.
Of course, it's different when we were younger. You know, I was bullied. Kami magkasunod So, you know, but he made up for it. You know, when we got older, we got more mature. He was very, very loving, caring, making sure that I had everything. You know, he'd ask me, what do you need? He just wants to give me everything.
Francis, Ate, Bobby, Tina, Justin, and me. We have a gift also for Mom and Dad. Oh! Yes. There's a small gift, so I hope you like it. But you have to read the card first. Oh, you have to read the card aloud.
To our Mom and Dad. Dear Mom and Dad, this is from Tina and Justin. And yeah, happy holidays. Always take care of yourself. We love you. Tina, Justin, and you. The next. Dearest Mom and Dad, Merry Christmas. We love you. God bless you always. Franz, Chicky, Jess, and Tina. Dearest Mom and Dad, we are very proud to have you as our parents. God has been good to our family ever since. And I know He wants us to share our blessings with each other. Enjoy. Merry Christmas. Rico. Dear Dad and Mom, our gift can never thank you enough for all that you've done for each one of us in the family. We love you both. We're just honoring you like we should. Bobby.
Yeah, oh. Yeah.
Wow. Small, small.
Yeah.
So, nice things come in small packages.
Yeah. Okay, that'd be good. Wow.
Okay. Wow, audience.
Diana, what's that?
Ooh, what's that? Big.
What's that? Ooh.
Okay, open.
What's this?
Oh no!
What's that? This is Kito, what? This is Kito, car. Oh, where's the car? Where's the car?
Where's the car? I want to be remembered by the people that I help as somebody who always managed to be there when they needed me the most, and who always told them that no matter what happens, I will always be here by your side, and I will never stop until I help you achieve your dreams.